Welcome to this short video explaining to you how the PMI Voucher Redemption system works. First, I'll explain this process through slides, and then I'll demonstrate this through the use of a web browser. The first step we'd like you to do is to please go to pmi.org and then register an account. This is a free process to register an account, just like any other website you have an account for. It's just going to ask you some basic details around your first name, last name, email address, and phone number. Where possible, we'd like you to use the email address associated to your training course with Millpond. That way, when the vouchers are issued to that work address, it also matches nicely to your PMI address. This is not compulsory, it just makes it a little bit easier. Once you have registered for a free account on pmi.org, please look in your inbox for an email that looks like this, titled "You're invited to the Millpond Limited Partner Platform, brought to you by PMI." The email should come from an email address such as support@pmi.org. Inside this email, you'll have an invitation link, and what this does is links the vouchers to the PMI profile you've just created. There is a few steps to activate those vouchers or apply those vouchers to your account. Now, there is a step that asks you to tick a box to agree to share your data with the authorized training partner, such as Millpond. Please click yes. If you click yes on that field, that shares with us the process you're at with voucher redemption, whether you have redeemed a voucher or not, how far through the course you are, where you're at with your exam bookings, and the results for your exams. Our purpose is to help you achieve your certification. So with this level of visibility, we can do that. So please click yes to sharing that data with Millpond. Once you have followed that link and connected those vouchers to your account, you can navigate to pmi.org now that you're already logged in. And underneath your dashboard, there is a link called the Millpond Partner Platform. This is where you'll find all the details of those vouchers against your account. As you can see here, when you click on that link and go to the Partner Platform, you can see that your membership voucher is here. You can see that your online course materials, the official PMI course materials, are here. And here is your voucher for your certification. Now, depending on what you have purchased, you could either have just the course if you have chosen not to buy your PMI membership and or exam through us, or you may have just purchased a membership through Millpond, or you have just purchased this certification through Millpond. So you may have one, two, or all three of these options. At minimum, you will have the online course materials, because every PMI certification course that Millpond delivers, you have to have a subscription to the licensed materials. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. If I click on this course materials, you'll open up a window which looks like this. In this case, this is the Construction Scope and Change Order Management course as part of the PMI CP certification. Now, if you're doing a PMP certification or a CAPM certification, you might have slightly similar or slightly different buttons available. Ultimately, there is a student materials button where you can download PDFs of the official PMI licensed material for this course. There's also a post-class survey, and PMI would really like you to complete this survey because it not only sends PMI directly feedback around Millpond's training service, but it also gives PMI feedback about the content of the course and the relevance to your role. Once you have applied for your certification through PMI, you can come back to this screen here, and this button underneath your certification will be updated to reflect the ability to now book the exam. PMI partner with a company called Pearson VUE, and Pearson VUE looks after or administrates and manages the examination process. So once you have that application, you've applied to PMI, they've approved your application, you've redeemed that voucher for that certification, then you can come to the pearsonvue.com website, search for the Project Management Institute, and then you can log in with your PMI details. It will know who you are, what application you have approval for, and then you can find a testing center near you and look for availabilities for bookings. You can sit your exams either online at your home office or in your office at work, or you could choose to go to a nearest testing centre. There are pros and cons of both of those options. Ultimately, local testing centres availability is very limited. And the nice thing about doing online proctoring at home or at the office is you can set yourself up in a space you're comfortable in. You just need to ensure that you're not interrupted for the duration of your exam. Your facilitator will explain a little bit more about that process. So that's what I wanted to share with you today in terms of the PMI voucher redemption process. Just a reminder, the first step is to navigate to pmi.org and register a free account. Once you have done that, then you can search for that email from support@pmi.org to click on that invitation link to map those vouchers to your newly created account. Once you have logged in, you can go to the menu and click on the Millpond Partner Platform. This will take you to the vouchers you have associated with your account and the next steps to activate your membership or apply for your certification. As I said earlier, you can also find the official PMI authorized training partner materials for your course. In this case here, this particular account has a CP student module, a PMP student module, and an ACP student module. You can click on these courses to see the latest information available from PMI on your course. Now, this is optional in terms of downloading materials from this portal. Millpond will provide you a separate portal with effectively the same materials but an extension on that. So Millpond add our own experience, our own advice, our own thoughts, leadership behind these vanilla PMI materials. So please speak with your training facilitator should you have any questions around the difference between the Millpond training materials and the training materials available through this PMI portal. I hope that answers your questions around your PMI voucher redemption. Please reach out through training team at millpond.co.nz should you have any further queries.